Record. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our non-expert Reels training. I'm going to start by saying I am not a Reels expert. I just have been practicing for the last couple weeks, and I know that there were a lot of people on my team asking like, hey, can you show me what you're doing? And instead of doing that for 10 people separately, I decided let's do it all together and then threw it out to the rest of the jewels because, you know, it's this whatever I can do to help. I'm here to help, but also by no means am I an expert, so please just keep that in mind. I am still learning.
And Natalie, just so you know, we see the other camera. So if you have it on gallery view, we'll be able to see you. But right now we see just the other cameras.
Uh-oh. I see you. Oh, I need to like
If you just do gallery view, we can just see you that way. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, thank you. This is so annoying. I can hear myself in here and it will not let me turn the sound all the way down. Okay, anyways, we will make it work. Okay, so today I have notes. My goal for our little call is to get us a basic understanding of Reels, why we're going to use them, how to use them, and then for those people who want to stay on, we're going to make one together so we can walk through and you guys can like troubleshoot in real time where I can answer questions. So the first thing I want to let you know is that Reels are just basically TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, you have much better idea than I do of this. I'm not on TikTok. I now want to be because I think it's the funnest. These Reels are so fun. I also spend way too much time, so it's probably good I'm not on TikTok. But it's basically TikTok. And what TikTok is and what Reels are is like 15, can be less than 15, but 15 to 30 seconds of a movie, basically. And it can be sometimes people do this educationally. Sometimes people will do this just for humor. Sometimes people just want to capture a moment instead of having just a post. So this, because Reels is brand new in Instagram, brand new, pretty new, there are not a lot of people doing Reels, which means when you go to the Reels feature and you go to explore, you're potentially going to see people that you know. Like I went through and I saw like in the Explore feature, one of Autumn's Reels showed up. This is huge, you guys. Instagram is a huge platform, and with very small percentage of people doing Reels, you are likely to have your stuff seen. So that's why it's kind of a good to jump in now. Now, this is the same thing as we tell you with posting in Plexus. We've all gotten better at our Plexus posts. I look back at my stuff 4 years ago and I'm like, oh gosh, I was posting like awful graphics and like saying all the things you're not supposed to say. This is going to be similar. Your first few Reels aren't going to be great. And you're going to look back in a year from now and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was my very first Reel. But do it. Like the point is jump in and do it, especially right now while there's not very many people doing it. Over the past couple weeks, I have increased and I don't have a huge Instagram following by any means, but it's increased over 100 people in the last couple weeks. And I believe it's because I'm throwing Reels out there, even though some of them are crap. It doesn't matter. It's out there and people are seeing them. So that I want to encourage you, like make it your goal to like do one of these a week at least, especially with things coming up. Black Friday coming up. We could do a Black Friday Reel. With the holidays coming up. There's a lot of things that we could, this is valuable. And I really am glad that you guys are here to learn about it because I think it's going to be, could be like a game changer for your business because it's such a new platform. Okay. Secondly, how do you find Reels on your phone? So you're going to be in Instagram. There are 4 different ways to find where your Reels are in Instagram. You can go to your main page. And when you push the home, so the home button is the one on the bottom left. You're going to see a plus sign at the top in the middle. If you push that plus sign on the bottom, it will allow you to scroll post, stories, Reels, live. So you can just scroll to Reels and there you are. Did everyone find it? Do you need me to? You got it?
What platform is that on that you're finding those things?
Instagram.
Okay, on Instagram. Okay, gotcha.
On Instagram, bottom left, and then at the top there's a plus sign. And that plus sign is going to allow you to post, do a story, Reels, or live. So that's one way we're going to find it. The second way from your home page is to simply swipe. left. That's going to take you straight to stories, but then on the bottom, you can slide it to reels. So if you want to get there quick and you don't want to do a lot of touching and you're in that home page, you just swipe to the left, boom, you're right there, stories and reels. Yes? Okay, third way you can find it is if you go to your picture, which is on the bottom, what is that, bottom right? You get a plus sign at the top again. Here it's going to pull up a little menu for you and you can choose to do a reel. Yes. Then the last way is what's the last way? Oh, when you go to, so here's your home page. Down here in the middle, you're gonna see this little image that looks like kind of a movie box. It's the reel box. When you push this, it's going to open reels. This is your just random people that you're gonna see. Random, whatever, random reels. In this, if you go to the top right, there's a little camera. You push that and boom, you are now making a reel. So if you're sitting in reels and you're feeling inspired, boom, you just go right there from reels itself. Yes, we all know how to find our reels now? Okay, so once you are in, my suggestion to you would be this: start with an idea. Like, what is it that you're trying to communicate to someone? Keeping in mind a few things. One, we can absorb visual information faster than we can like export it, right? Like when I'm talking, you can actually speed me up and still understand what I'm saying, right? Like we can intake faster. So when you think of an idea that you want for a reel, you want to take that idea, but compact it down and think of it being as quick as possible. And like all we need is an idea. So like if you are doing I'm walking on the beach reel, what's the point of it? Is the point that I love being at the beach? Is the point that my feet are in the sand? Is the point that I wish you were here vacationing with me? What's the point? And if the point is I'm trying to get from A to B, then you want that walking part to be literally 2 steps. We don't need 18 steps. We get it. You're walking on the beach. But if the point of the reel is, this is my most happy place, my feet in the sand is what I love, then we're going to do a lot more of walking in the sand. Does that make sense? We need to know what our goal is, because I think when you don't know what you're trying to do, obviously, you can spend hours and hours and hours and not have anything that makes any sense. So starting with your idea, and then you can choose in reels how long you want it to be. I would suggest to you that you always choose 30 seconds. So when you go into reel, you decide, okay, I'm gonna do a reel. And your reels is gonna look, gosh, I don't know how to do this. Maybe I'll just do this right here. It's gonna look like this, right? At this top corner here, the very top thing, it says 15 or 30. Once you choose 15, you cannot make it 30. So if you start a 15-second reel and you're loving it and you're like, this needs to be 30 seconds, tough luck. You are stuck. But if you start with 30, you can have it be as short as you want. So I always start at 30 because I never know how long it's going to be. And the next one down is your music. This is an interesting and really fun part of this, and I would highly recommend you start with music, because it's much harder to film something and then try to make the music match than it is to pick the music and film something to match it. So you're going to start with your music. Now, maybe you're thinking, oh, well, what music do I use? Well, let's push on the music, and let's see here. You will see at the top it says trending. And you'll see 3 songs and then an option for see more. What this means is these are things people are using a lot right now, which means if you use one of these, chances are people will see it because it's trending. So I always start there. So I go to my see more. FYI, if the song has a little E next to it, means explicit language. And don't listen to those out loud around your children because, wow, I listen to a lot of Christian music now and I forget how aggressive other music can be. So anyways, know that. So here are your options. Now, if you just touch the song, it immediately puts it into your reel. But if you want to listen to it first, you're going to push the tiny play button on the side and it's going to give you a snippet of that song. Now, you can use any part of the song, but it's going to give you a little bit so you can hear what song it is. So that's where you would pick your song from. Now, let's go back to music real quick. This now has given me suggestions for me because it knows what I'm looking for, which is great. So you may have some suggestions for you. But at the very top, you're also going to see something that says saved. So let's talk about that saved real quick. This saved feature is amazing. So let's go actually to just regular reels. Go back to your reels. We're going to start scrolling reels. Now let's say this one is a kind of cute thing that's trending right now with this song. So this reel, a lot of people are doing where they're putting two choices and then you choose which way, like, you know, blonde or brunette, or, you know, vegetarian or eat meat or whatever, and you choose. So let's say I go, this is cute. I want to do this with my husband. If I look at the bottom, it says audio, and I can touch that audio and it gives me the option to save it at the top corner. There's a little send button. I could send it to someone. I could send it to my best friend and say, hey, I want you to do this with me. Or I can push this little, it looks like a banner up here in the corner, and that will save that audio for me. Do you guys see that on yours? Janelle has question marks. No, you don't see a saved option. Do you have an option down here that says use audio?
Natalie, real quick, where are you? Are you on the one with the, like, did you push the button in the middle and go to that?
Yes.
Where they're playing? That's
Yes.
where you went?
So
Okay.
we're looking at random people right now. I happen to love this couple and I follow them. So when I see theirs at the bottom, I can see scrolling through what audio they used. Can you see what audio they used? Some of you are shaking your heads no.
I mean, I see a heart and I see how many people have looked at it.
Find another one. Scroll.
Okay.
Keep scrolling.
Okay. So, oops. So are you talking about this stuff here?
Yep.
Yes.
So, right, it says there, part 2, you guys asked for it. And then I can push more to see what she wrote about her reel. But right under that, there's a little thing that's showing that there's music going. And when I touch that, it gives me the option to.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we seeing? So now I can see the other people who've used this audio. I can save it, and now it will show up in that saved spot I just showed you in our audio. Yeah? Yes, no? Making sense?
I'm not seeing the saving part, Natalie.
You're not seeing this little top corner here? Okay, so if you don't see a save, here's a workaround. I did this a long time before I realized there was a save button, or maybe I didn't have a save button. Let's say I just want to save it. I'm going to go to use audio, which is going to put me into Reels like I'm going to use the audio right now. So I'm not kidding you. I've done this for so many pieces. I start recording just my lap because I want this song. I let it just record its little 15 seconds. And then I save it, which we'll talk about how to do this, but I move forward, I save it, forward, and I save it as a draft. Now it sits in my draft and that music's there. I can always change the video later, but at least it's sitting there in my drafts and I held on to that audio that I really liked. So if you don't have a save button, you can make a silly video of your lap that will hold on to it, and then it sits in your drafts. And you can go back and grab it and rework the video. Does this make sense? Am I making sense? Okay. So the other thing that you can see, so let's go back to our reels. You've saved an audio maybe, just save any old audio. Let's keep scrolling. And I want you to scroll until you find one that not only has audio, but also is going to show you 3 little stars. And this one says healthy glow. That is a filter. So let's say I'm watching this woman's video and I love the filter. That's beautiful. I can click on that filter and it's going to say, do you want to use this effect? It's going to show me all the people who've used it. And it's going to say, do you want to use this effect? And I say, yes, I do want to use this effect. So I'm going to click use effect. Now it puts me straight into Instagram ready to use it. But I'm not ready to use it right now. I don't want to know what I want to do for my reel, but I do want to save it. So if I touch this healthy glow, I can see save it, send it, browse other effects, or more. So I can click, boom, I want to save it. And then I just close out of this because I'm actually not going to make a reel right now. I just wanted to save that beautiful effect.
I'm sorry, tell me again, what was at the bottom that you clicked on from the first?
So here we have the song, and then you're going to see that filter. Not every video has a filter, so you've got to scroll through till you'll find one that has a filter.
Okay, and what does the symbol look like when you find one?
Little stars.
Stars, okay.
Is everyone else finding filters? So if you see someone, or you guys could go to one of my videos, if you follow me on Instagram, and there's filters there. I use a lot of filters because mom life. I'm usually doing these at 10 p.m. and I look awful. So have we all found a filter? No. Here's the other thing you can do is if you, let's say, saw one of my reels that you loved and you messaged me and said, hey, can you send me that filter you were using? I could go in and just whoop, send it to you.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really nice because you can share really fun stuff. Okay. Since this is being recorded, I'm going to move on and then you guys can watch back if we need to. Okay, so that's how we save audio and that's how we save filters. Now this saving audio is important because there are going to be things that are not songs that you might want to use. I don't know if any of you guys saw my little video I did when I was going on vacation, and it was a part from The Office that said, you know, promise me you'll be in your best behavior. Like I promised other people. Right now, that's not a song. I can't search that in my song audio, but when I saw it, I thought, that is so funny. Boom, save audio. And so it will save words. It will save any audio that someone else has used, you can use. Yes, we're good? Okay, so filters. Okay, so let's go back as if we were making our reel and keep talking through our basic reel spot. So we have our time. We're always going to select 30. We have our audio. We're going to choose what audio we want to use. The next one has a 1x. That is going to be the speed in which you're recording. So I would suggest to basically do everything in double speed. And the reason for that is because it's more interesting to look at because it's a little different than our normal movement. But secondly, if you're doing something where you're singing along, going double speed slows the song down half speed when you record it. So it's so much easier to match your mouth to the song. And then it goes full speed and you look like you're singing spot on.
You're saying like the two times?
Yes, so the 2 times is what you're going to do. So for example, let me pull up a song here. Let's say I'm going to sing to you here. Okay, so here's one. This is a trending song right now. That's the tempo, but if I go 2 speed and I record myself here, I'm going to sing along. Listen to it. It is slow, right? But then I go to watch it. And it speeds it up, yes? So you can actually get things to look much better because you can do it super slow motion and then it will look really nice. So that's 2 speed. I film almost everything I do with my kids in double time because once again, our visual input is so much faster than what we physically can do that it's more interesting to watch something that's fast than to watch something that's dragging on. So like, let's say maybe you're going to do a reel of your Thanksgiving spread and you want to show everyone your beautiful Thanksgiving table. Don't go regular speed because people's input is going to feel like, oh my gosh, get through the table. Like this is taking so long. You want to speed it up nice and smooth because ideally you want someone to go like almost like they didn't catch it all and want to watch it again as opposed to feeling bored and scrolling past your reel. So you want to keep it moving and that's a great way to do that. Now, I don't know if, well, let me show you, I guess. I did a little video of my son and I wanted him to match a part of the music, which was not going to happen because he's 2, but I was able to manipulate it. So let me just show you one time when I've used slow motion. I do not use slow motion hardly ever, but you can. That would be the 0.5. Here it is. Okay, so this This is all double speed. Now, right now, I slowed him down. Sorry. I slowed him down so that I could get him to go, ooh, in time, because there's no way he could actually do that in time. But all of the rest of it was fast, which made it more interesting to watch, because my little boy pouring and shaking, he's not fast at that, but you got the idea, right? I didn't need all of it. We just needed him grabbing it, pouring it, shaking it twice. We don't need the whole thing. Snip it, fast, 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 fast. And then you can use that slow motion if you need to. How did you do the slow in the middle? I will show you how. Okay, so let's briefly talk through the rest of this real quick, just what's on your page. So, or on this, this thing. So we've talked about time. We've talked about the audio, your speed that you can choose, and below that is filter. So when you click on that filter, your phone's automatically going to give you filters. If you scroll here, just like any other Instagram, you've got filters. But if you scroll the other direction, so this way, I don't know, whatever, the other direction, you're going to see everything that you have saved. So if you've gone through and saved filters, they are all sitting right here. Now, something you need to know is when you do a little video with a tiny filter, you stop your video and you do the next part, you have to push filter again. It does not stay on. So that is what the time does. It will stay 2 times until you change it, but the filter will not. So I cannot tell you how many times I've started recording something with a filter, I've stopped it to do my next pose or whatever, have forgotten to put the filter on, and then it's like, gosh darn it, gotta delete that, gotta start over, because you have to redo filter every single time. After filter, you're gonna see the timer. Now this timer is an interesting option. You probably will not use it a ton, but what it does is it sets the amount of time that your phone will record for. So like, let's say I'm doing a dance move. I want to step away from my phone and record my dance move, and I need it to stop at 3 seconds. I only want 3 seconds of video, and I don't want to have video of me coming back to my phone and stopping it. I want it to just stop. So I can choose here how long I want that video to go and when it's going to automatically stop. I set the timer. Now, when I push to record, it's going to give me a 3-second countdown, just like the timer on your camera. So it's going to say 3, 2, 1, start recording, and stop when you've asked it to. So this allows you to step away and still get filmed without having to be in here, like pushing it, running back, trying to do your thing, and coming back and pushing the stop button, which is really, really great. Because if you're like me, you're filming yourself. I don't usually try to have someone else film, like my 8-year-old's not, we've tried that, it doesn't work. Maybe when she's a teenager. Okay, so that's the timer feature. Now, the last thing on here, which you will not see pop up unless you have a little bit of a video. So if everyone could right now, maybe just turn their selfie mode on, video yourself for 3 seconds, maybe give yourself a thumbs up in the video. So video yourself, maybe for 3 seconds with a thumbs up, and then stop the video. So you have something that you've just recorded. When you've recorded something, you're gonna see it on the left of your record button. When I push that, I'm gonna see what I just
3 seconds with the thumbs up. 3 seconds with the thumbs
excessively
up.
annoying,
3
sorry.
seconds.
Okay. So whatever that video was that I just did, you should now have 2 boxes that say the word align. Do you guys see that, align? When you push, okay, so make sure you've recorded something. And if you've recorded something, on the very bottom under your timer, you should see 2 boxes. No, Susie's shaking her head no. Yes, okay. So when you push align, it is going to give you the shadow of the very last frame that you just recorded. So you see those videos where someone like magically is in a different outfit? They've recorded themselves, they've left, they've changed, they've put on the align button, they've gotten themselves perfectly situated just to how they were. And they've set their timer, right? Set the timer, get yourself perfect. And here you are now, it looks like magic, because you lined yourself up perfectly.
Natalie, you should show your video as an example of that right now.
Okay, let me show you. Good idea, Autumn.
It's a perfect example of what she's talking about.
So I wanted to do a video about lean, leveling up. That's my little idea here. And so when I recorded it, I used this exact thing. Oh, let me turn the sound up so you can hear it. So, 3, 2, 1. That kind of makes sense. So I'm just lining myself up so it looks like magic. So that's how people are getting these really amazing, where it's like, gosh, like they look exactly the same spot. It's with that align feature, which is just incredible. So how long is that taking? It takes time to do something that's 15 seconds. I think it's like anything, I'm getting faster and faster and faster at it because I made a lot of mistakes like that, like recording something and then realizing, gosh, I forgot to put the filter on. I got to start over or whatever it might be. I'm getting better at those things. So here's the other like potentially frustrating and challenging thing. Well, when we get into making it, I'll show you. Okay, so that's basically all of the things you're going to see on the side here, the things that we have to work with. Are there any questions about just what's sitting there on the side, our timing, our music?
Natalie, I have a question. Is this kind of similar to TikTok a little bit?
It is.
Okay, that's what it's sounding like that. I just wanted to know.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
It is
thank you.
Instagram's answer for TikTok. There was rumor for a bit that TikTok was going to be banned in the US, yada, 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 all this stuff with breaches because it's from whatever. So this is TikTok or Instagram's like response to TikTok. So yes, what you will see when you scroll through Reels is a lot of people's TikTok videos on here. You can tell that they've like screen recorded it and thrown it onto Reels. Or maybe there's a way to connect them. I don't know. I don't have TikTok. That's a whole nother, if someone does have TikTok, maybe you could tell us. But
yes, you can connect them. I did it on there. I didn't know that. I thought that's what everybody was doing. So that's kind of how I did my first one. But I'm glad you're breaking this down. So now I understand. But I do know a lot of stuff you're sharing right now is similar to TikTok. So I was curious. All right.
I wouldn't
Thank
be
you.
surprised if the same people like designed it or own it. Like a lot of social media is actually under the same umbrella. So, okay. So what else? Once you have filmed something, you have an option after filming it to go and add words, add little pictures, kind of similar to what you would do in your stories. And then the other thing that's different about this than stories, of course, is you have the option to share your reel to stories where it only stays for 24 hours. So when I was first doing reels, that's all I did. Because I'm like, I don't want this in my newsfeed forever. I'm just going to put it in my stories. And then if it's really crappy, it's gone in 24 hours. Yes. So you can do that comfortably, but you also can share this little bit to your news or your like whatever we call it. It's not news feed in here, but you know, your regular feed. Because you can share it to your feed, it also gives you the option to actually write a post. So just like you would make normal Instagram posts and you can write things out and you can hashtag, you have that option as well. So let me just show you quickly, and then we're going to actually work through the process together from the beginning to the end and actually make a reel. But let me show you what I mean by this. Let's say I was working on this little video yesterday of my kiddos. So we'll get to this point, but once I'm done with my video, it's going to give me the option to write a description, and then I'm going to share it to my feed, is what it shows here. So I can write a full description about that experience or whatever it might be, just like a post, which is so nice because in stories, we can't do that. We can't add any words, but when we're doing it on our feed, we can add a full description.
How do you get to that? Because
so this is after you've finished your whole reel, when you've exited out. So you're going to do that forward arrow on the other side, the white one. Yeah.
Okay.
Click that like 2 times and you'll get to this. So that's when we've completely finished our reel. That's where we are. Okay. Now, when you're here, you'll also notice a little spot on my picture that says cover. Now, if I'm putting this on my feed, I want it to look nice. I don't want to be scrolling through my feed. And you know how YouTube does this, where like it stops you with some weird face, and then you've got this wonky looking picture in your beautifully curated Instagram. So what you're going to do is push cover. Here you have an option to grab a still frame from anywhere in your video if you have something that you love, or upload a photo. So what I usually do is, like this moment with these two beautiful children, I took a couple still pictures of them. I edit them regularly in iPhoto, and will then go to camera roll. I'll find the beautiful edited photo I have of them from that moment, and now that's my cover. So when you look at my Instagram tiles, you see this beautiful picture of the kids, but when you click on it, it's a video of the kids playing. Does that make sense? So it's an ability for us to keep our feed looking really nice, but still have all these fun and goofy videos in there without it being messy looking. So that I would highly suggest doing, putting a cover. But keep in mind, this is a long picture. It will show up as a square. So you want to get whatever you want focused in the middle. So I often will take pictures farther away than I normally would if I'm intending to use them as a cover, because I know it's going to crop it into a square on my tiles. Yes? Okay, any questions about that cover part? Should we just make one together from the very beginning?
Yes.
Okay. This is what I would like you guys to do. Can you get a cup with water and a pink drink? And we're gonna do a reel with our pink drink, magically taking the cup and the drink and making it into mixed. Yes, so grab a cup if you want to try to make a real reel right now. Grab a cup and your slim.
Natalie, real quick, sorry, hold on. Can you put words on this one that we'll do so that everyone knows how to put the caption on the video? You know what I mean? Can you hear me?
Karen, she just stepped away. She left the room.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll tell her when she gets back.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, there she is.
I got my water and my pink drink. I forgot to grab before. What's up?
Oh, sorry. I didn't see, my daughter was screaming, but no, I was asking if on this one that we're doing, can you put the caption on the actual reel so we can see how to move the captions along with the slides?
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Natalie,
Yes.
I did a draft while you were doing it and I didn't want to post it. How do I find that draft?
So when you go to your home button in Instagram, so I'm sorry, not home, your personal face, you will see up here your tiles, and then right next to it is your reels. If you click on reels, you're going to see a thing that says drafts. So I'm on my page.
It's right under story highlights, Carmen.
Got it? Okay. So that's where all your drafts will live. And apparently your drafts stay there even once you've posted it. So I have stuff that like I posted, and I go into my drafts and they're all still there, which I think is maybe so you can mess with them.
Can you tell me one more time where you found that? Here's where I am.
Scoot it up a little bit. Have you made one yet?
Oh, maybe I didn't save it, or
I think, yeah, I think maybe if you don't have one made, it doesn't show.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's make a reel together, you guys. I'm gonna try the plan of having my phone in front of this screen so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing easier without knocking water all over my computer. Okay, let's see if this will work. Where's my screen over here? If I spotlight this video, okay, can you guys see my phone?
Yes.
Okay, So I am going to go up here and say, I'm going to make a reel. And the first thing I'm going to do is change the length to 30 seconds. I'm going to then pick my audio, and I think the song that we should all use, we're going to go to see trending songs. This is always where I like to go and look, and there's a song in here called Good to Be Alive by Megan Trainor. So I'm going to just listen to it and see. That sounds like a good Plexus song. Now, here's one of the challenging and semi-annoying things with this. It's not annoying, it's just challenging. That song will play over and over and over and over and over and over while you're working on your reel. So you might have to turn the sound down if you're like, I'm trying to focus on something I'm doing and I can't hear this song play a million times. But when you're trying to choreograph something to it or make your video match, it's such a blessing to have it play a lot of times. So as you can see here, I've picked the song, but I have not pushed done yet because I'm going to pick what part of the song I want. Now I can scroll here and it's going to show me the lyrics. And I want to go to the part that says, let's see here. Okay, so that's the part we're going to use. So you're all going to scroll to 1 minute and 25 seconds where it says, so put your hands up. And that's, or maybe, yeah, 125 where you get the end of come on. Then it's so put your hands up. Once you've got it, you're going to push done.
I can't get this to do that, what yours is doing. What am I doing wrong?
Touch the bottom part and just roll it back and forth.
Where the white is? Where the white?
White.
Why is it not working? That's weird.
It won't work for me if if my internet's slow and the song's not loading.
Oh, you think the song is loading? Is that what it is?
Can you hear it?
I could not hear it. So how do you, oh, so like it should be playing right now is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not. That's interesting. I wonder why.
Well, the good news is you can always change what part of the song you're using. So you can just push done and we can keep going and you can go back and adjust it.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll see now here, oh, I'm sorry, I moved my thing. You can see now here, I have my 30 seconds and I have my song picked. You can tell because it doesn't say audio anymore, it just has a picture. Now I'm gonna go to my 2 times because I want to film it in double speed. I'm gonna turn it around so I can see myself. Hey guys. And then I'm gonna pick a filter because filters are life. Just kidding. But I'm gonna pick a filter of some kind. Some of them are very odd and make you look really weird. But let's see.
Sorry.
Hey, you found it.
Oh, again.
So everyone, let's just find a filter, any filter you'd like. And we are going to record ourselves. Do you have to grab any filters? No, you can use the filters that are already provided. So if you scroll this direction, you're gonna see stuff that Instagram provides for you. And then you're gonna-
Tell me real quick what word you stopped on or what word you were starting on.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry.
1 minute and 25 seconds where it says, it should
Put
say,
your hands up.
yes, put your hands
on.
Okay.
And do you just, once you get it there, you click done?
Just push done. And then it will be here, ready to go.
Okay,
Now,
thank
what
you.
you'll notice is when I have my filters up here, I have I have to push that filter and it will start recording. If I touch filters again, you'll see that I have my record button. So this record button is still a record button. It just looks different when you have your filter on. Yes? Makes sense? Okay, so we're gonna record here ourselves saying, what does it say? Lift your hands up. So what my plan is to be filming a little further away. Lift up like a glass of water. Lift your hands up if you have a good time. Other hand, lift my hands up if you're whatever the words are. And then we're going to take both of our hands and put them together towards the screen. And going to end with like this type of look with just the pink drink and the cup in front of the screen. So let me see how I can do this while still holding my phone. And then keep in mind, it's going to film slow. So move how you want to, but it's going to film slow. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, then you're done. Now you might say, I gotta redo that a million times because I didn't get it right. That's fine. But let's look back at what we can do with that clip. So once you have recorded, you're gonna see now on the left a little spot that's you. So you click on that. And it's gonna show you what you just recorded. Now if you're feeling like, the music literally just goes and goes. So if you feel like, oh, that was great, but I need to crop this last little bit or the first little bit, you can use this slide bar here to crop anything that you want. What are the words? Put your hands up if you feel like having a good time. Put your hands up if you've got no cares at all. I think, I don't know. This is the first time I've heard the song was last night when I was trying to find something to do with you guys, so I don't know it well. But I can crop here if I need to crop something out. So like, let's say I crop out the front. What you need to know is it's gonna move the whole video. So my words will not be with the video anymore. So I'm gonna leave mine. I think it's, well, at the end here. So see here at the end, I stopped singing and then I'm looking down and I'm turning my camera off. So I'm gonna crop that. Let's see. So I can scroll this along to see. Okay, so I'm gonna trim it. Now let's say you thought, I'm gonna trim it and done. Now you're thinking like,
Natalie, really quick, Natalie, how did you get to that? I know you play your video and that's how you get to the edit?
Yes, so play your video here that's on the left, and then you can choose to delete it or you can choose to crop it.
Oh, I see, the scissors. Ah, I got you. All right, girl, I'm slow, sorry.
No, you're fine. And then you're gonna say done. Now, if you decide, I gotta delete that and start over, no problem. But assuming you like it, you're gonna now be able to record right from where you dropped off your last video. But notice my filter is off. So I have to push filter again, and it's gonna give me the filter I just used. But if I forget to push filter again, I now have a video. Here, I'll show you what happens if I forgot to push filter again. And I'm gonna record something. Whatever. Okay, so then we go here to look at my clips. Well, actually, when you have two, you can go to this forward button. And it's going to show you what they look like back to back. So I go here and I have my first one. And then you're going to see my filter changed. Oh, geez, darn it. Okay, so now I don't, in this moment here, I've gone forward, I'm watching my whole reel in its completion, and I'm like, I don't like this. I forgot the filter. I'm gonna go here and push back. It's gonna take me right back to where I was. Now, if you look at the top, you're gonna see here, this was my first recording, white line. Here's my second recording, and this is how much more I have to fill my 30 seconds is up here. So I'm gonna go to my two pieces now. I have my one piece down here where my filter was on and I sang along, and I have my second little clip where my filter was off. And I go, oh gosh, I got to redo that. Delete. Do you want to discard this? Yes, I do. I want to discard it. So now I'm down to just the one that I had. I can say done, and I'm ready to film again, this time remembering to put on my filter.
Hey, Natalie, there's someone waiting in the waiting room.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Me and 3 devices are not, it's not going very smoothly. Okay. So then I go find my filter again, whatever one it was. That wasn't it. I don't know which one it was on. That's not it. Oh, whatever. Okay. So I find my filter again. Now, it's very important that you know that you can only go in order. So if you film something and you're like, oh, this would have been a cute beginning, I should have done this one first. There's no way to rearrange them unless someone else knows. I cannot for the life of me find a way to rearrange the order in which I have recorded. So if you mess something up in the middle, you have to literally delete everything else that you have done to get back to that moment and redo it. So just know that like once you're in and once you have your little snippets, there's not any option for rearranging them. So let's say, okay, we're here, we've got our first little snippet down. What we're gonna do is a little magic trick of taking our pink drink and our slim, and we're gonna go straight up to the camera where you can see like the bottom of your cup. So our next filming part, we're just gonna take it up and show the 2 items at the bottom of the cup like this. Let me listen, I need to listen to the music and see what it says real quick. So I'm gonna listen. It's gonna record me being silly, but I'm just gonna listen and then I'm gonna delete this recording. Oh, the sound's off. Okay, so it says raise your cups. That's what I wanna use. Delete that one. Yeah, it says I'm in the middle of something. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna listen and it says, raise your cups, I think. Okay, raise your cups if you've got no something for tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to record that again and raise my cup. Well, when she says that, raise your cups, then yada, 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 and I'm gonna stop my video. So let's do that together.
How do you go to the second video? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Sure. So when you're here, you go back to your videos here. You're gonna see both of them. 1, 2.
You're talking about the record button in the middle? I'm sorry. I wish I knew this stuff better.
Do you have videos recorded already?
I have that one video recorded, the first part where we did the first part.
Perfect.
But how do I go from here to the next part?
So you're just gonna push record and you're gonna record the next one right from here.
Just start recording. Okay,
Start recording.
from there.
You need to
Cool.
put your filters on.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna go here now, put my filter on. It's gonna say, raise your cup if you're having a good time or whatever. You can record longer because remember we can always crop. So now I'm just gonna record me raising my cup.
How do you change the music back to those words? Like how do you get to those words from this screen?
So it's going to immediately pick up from where you left off.
Okay, and is that where we're going from? Is where we left off?
It's right from where we left off.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so it should pick up right from where you left off.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So I just did my second one, raise your cup. So if I want to see what are these looking like together, I'm going to push this forward button. And I can see them together. How are we doing? Do I need to wait a second? Oh, let me let someone in. So once we raise our cup, let's say I needed to crop that. I should have done it a little bit longer so I could have showed you. Here's my. So raise your cup. So there it is. It stopped. Raise your cup. And if I had gone longer, I could just scroll it back and delete the part that I didn't want. Are you guys with me?
Natalie, I'm sorry, when you're trimming this and you get at the bottom, you can scroll to where the part you want to trim, then how do you trim it off? How do you?
At the top right, you're going to see the word trim.
Yeah, but
And
once I let go of this, it keeps going. So do you just hold it there and then hit trim? I'm talking about the bottom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, show me.
Like at the bottom here, like I want the end of it to trim off. Oh, you just move it. Ah, never mind. I just saw it. Thank you.
Sure, of course. So yeah, you're just gonna trim. And I can tell, Janice, your music sounds really fast. Are you doing 0.5 or are you doing 2 times?
Yeah, it's 2 times. Should it not
Okay.
be? I thought,
No.
That,
sorry, it just sounded fast through the computer. It's fine. Okay, so now we have our cup up. Now this is where we have to actually mix our slim so we can magically be a pink drink. So take a second to mix your slim, and then what we're going, but obviously don't do it if you don't have the clear water, or you can just do 2 cups. You can do a clear water cup and your pink drink. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our filter again and our align feature to see exactly where our cup was when we ended our last video. So go ahead and mix your pink drink. I need to mix mine real quick. And then we're going to line up our cup that's now got pink drink in it instead of water. This is would be a really fun thing to do if you guys get when you get your holiday packages and the new slim. When you saw people doing videos of like the pink drink and then the purple drink, this is what they're doing. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. I assume you guys are doing okay. I can't really see anyone because you're all working, I think, on your reels. So that's good. I'm just gonna keep moving. All right, so now you can see this bizarre outline of my cup, and you can see my mouth down here. So my goal is to get my mouth in the same spot and get my cup in the same spot before I record. So once I'm in exactly the same spot, I'm going to keep recording. I'm going to bring the pink drink away from the screen and take a drink of it. Something silly. You're going to feel ridiculous, but it'll look cute when it's fast motion with music. Okay, so I just filmed that part with the pink drink, and I want to see what is it looking like. Anytime I want to see what my reel's looking like, I'm going to push my forward button here, the little white arrow that's going to show me the whole thing. Now I'm going to up, boom, and it changes. Oh, yay, cute. Okay, so now I'm thinking, that was great, but oops, I don't want that. I actually want to crop that a little bit more. So what I find that when we're doing something like this, where you're trying to be fancy about doing a little change with the camera, the longer that pause is, the more awkward it looks. So I'm actually going to crop this because that pause was probably a little too long. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to scroll. As soon as I start moving the cup, that's where I really want my video to start from. So this like slightly, I mean, it's like a second, but it's too long. So I crop out that first little bit and trim it. And then I'm going to crop the end where I look down to turn my to stop my video. So I don't want my eyes looking down. So I'm gonna just trim it like there. I push trim at the top, trim at the top, and I can say done. I'm done trimming. Now I want to see what it looks like. I want to see where I'm at. So I push my forward button and I can watch the whole thing again together. And then it looks a little more smooth coming back. Okay, so then let's say I'm feeling done at this point in time. Like, okay, this is cute. This is what I want. On this screen, before I go and say I'm completely finished, I'm done with editing. You'll notice all of my options for editing are gone. I'm now looking kind of like a story. I have the ability up here to write some words. So maybe I'm gonna say, I don't know, happy Saturday. I don't know. Okay, well, I want to say happy Saturday to start. I can choose my different fonts like I can with stories. I personally like to have some background color for it, so I'll maybe do it like this. And then I'm going to move it anywhere in my screen, but here are some helpful hints with this. If you move verbiage down here, it will be hiding behind whatever you write about your reel, and you will not be able to read it very easily. If you have it too close to any boundary, there's a chance it will look pretty cut off once it's playing. And if someone's watching this in their Instagram news feed, they're actually getting a mini version of it that's cropped in about this much. So I try to keep all of my words in the middle of my video, because if they're way up here or way down here, people aren't actually going to see them when they're scrolling Instagram. So let's say I have my little happy Saturday and I want it to be at the beginning of my reel right here under my chin, but I don't really want it to say happy Saturday the whole time. So I have the ability on the bottom to choose what part of the video is going to have my happy Saturday. So when you see people do videos and like words pop up and disappear, it's because they are using this feature here. So I might want to say happy Saturday for just a little bit here. And then let's say I want to say, I don't know, something about my pink drink. I don't know, well, pink drink, something. I would get creative with words. That's my weak point for sure. Okay, so let's say I want to say something about my pink drink. You would put more than just this. But here I can move it again to wherever I want, but I don't want it to be pink drink the whole time. So I'm going to now scroll from the front and say I want that pink drink to pop up after, or maybe I want it to pop up once I hold my pink drink. And then I want it to disappear once I have both of my items in my hand. So I'm going to only have it say pink drink for just a little bit. Now you're going to see it kind of faded here, so it shows me where it is, but it's not going to be plain. I don't know how to describe it. It's only going to be dark in the part of the video where it's actually playing, so you can see where it would be. And then maybe I would say cheers to having a good day. And then I might make it a little bubble. Oh, well, you can change the size over here. So let's say I want to do it like this. Cheers to having a good day. And I want it to be maybe up here when I do the part with the cheersing. So I'm going to have it come like here. I don't know. I would probably not put it in front of my face. I'd probably put it lower. And then maybe I want it just to be at the end. So once it turns pink, I have it say cheers to having a good day. And I can control it down there. Now, the other thing on this screen is that you can add little stickers. So if I wanted to add the temperature, or what time it was, if I wanted to add a little GIF up here, all of these normal things like in stories. If I wanted to draw, I can use the draw feature as well. Now, the other thing that I utilize on this screen is this save feature. You cannot post these reels on Facebook because with the music, they will be blocked. So I will, and you, it can be sometimes hard to post it. Like when we were doing reels together in Florida, I would save it, send the reel in a messenger message to everyone, and then they could each put it on their own Instagram themselves. When you save it, it will save without audio. There's like compliance issues, I'm sure, with sharing people's audio like that. So you push save, it says save without audio. Yes, it's going to be saved to my camera roll. So if you wanted to send this to someone that so they could put it on their Instagram, you could save it and send it to them. Okay, so let's say I've put in the words that I want. Everything's looking great. I'm going to do my forward arrow here. Now I'm at the part where I'm going to choose how I want to post it. Do I want to post it to my stories? It's not going to let me add any verbiage, but I can just throw it into my stories. Do I want to post it to my reels? And what caption do I want to write? You can do hashtags in here as well. But let's say I'm not ready to finish it. I'm like, oh gosh, I got to go. My kid just whatever got covered in mud and I need to help him. I can save the draft, save as draft. Now, when I get back to my home page here, I have my tiles, I have my reels, and my very first reel is drafts. And here it is sitting at the top, ready for me to work on it. So when I click on it and I'm here, my options are to edit or to cancel and not work on this one. So I'm going to go back to edit it, and then I can literally edit anything I want. Maybe I've decided, okay, I'm ready to add another bit of video. I'm going to head back here to the camera and add a little bit more video. Never mind, I don't want to add video. Okay, I'll move forward. Maybe I want to add some words, but maybe I'm feeling done and I just need to add my caption. Here's also where I'm going to choose my cover photo. I might upload a picture of myself with my pink drink. I will probably, if I use this reel today, I will probably stop and take a cute picture of me holding my pink drink to put in here as a cover instead of picking some random part of me singing a song that I don't know very well. Or maybe this, like cheers to having a good day. But remember, if I hold this as my cover, it's actually going to cut off probably my eyeballs and have good day or a good day. So it's only going to have this middle square of this image. So a further away pink drink picture would be ideal. So I would do that from down here, upload to camera roll. So let's say I decide that that's my cover. Now I can see my cover here. I can write my description here, and then I can share it. Once I have shared it, it will show up in my reels right here with all of my reels. It will also show up in my news feed, and you'll see here on someone's news feed, like here I was telling you that's the picture of my son and his little bestie, but when I click on this, it actually shows their reel. But notice it's smaller than if I were watching it in reels. So that's why it's important to not put too many words high or low. Carmen says, I think I might have shared it. If you do, you can go in and you can touch the 3 dots at the top corner and you can delete it or remove it from your profile grid. So you can go in and easily delete it and it should stay in your drafts. Okay, is this making sense, guys? I feel like I talked a lot and I don't know that I made a lot of sense, but let me stop sharing this screen so I can see you guys a little bit better.
Natalie, I'm going to run, but thank you so much. You are such a blessing. That's been wonderful. You did a great job. Thank you so much.
I'm glad it was helpful. Thank you for being here. I'm going to stop the recording because who wants to actually watch an hour-long recording of me talking about reels?